At 7 o'clock, we got North Carolina A&T Aggies traveling to Duke, the Duke Blue Devils. Now, they both started out the season 0-1, so obviously not ideal for both of these teams. North Carolina A&T started 0-1 with a 29-18 loss to Furman. In that game, their quarterback Jalen Fowler went 14-29 for 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Their top running back, they obviously did not have a good game on the ground, was John Maine Martin. He had 12 carries for 33 yards, no touchdowns. They had 71 rushing yards in this game. That was their fewest since 2018. So obviously, bad day on the ground against Furman. Their receiver had a pretty good day. Ron Hunt had 5 receptions for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, North Carolina A&T is not used to losing their season opener. This is the first season opener they've lost since 2012. So, again, this was a kind of a shock for most Aggies fans. They were a dominant power in their conference, I believe, the MEAC. So, they switched conferences, and it's going to be a little bit rough, I guess. A little bit rougher, because they had a bad loss to Furman. Now, Duke, on the other hand, had it kind of hurt loss to Charlotte. Now, that was Charlotte's first win against a Power 5 team. You know Charlotte fans were hyped. It was in Charlotte. So you could tell that it was a huge win for Charlotte. But unfortunately, it was a bad loss for Duke as well. I don't think you can blame their offense, though. Gunnar Holmberg, their quarterback, went 20 of 29, threw for 228 yards and a touchdown. Their running game was absolutely insane, with Mateo Durant having 29 carries for 255 yards, which is a Duke single-game record, by the way, and 3 touchdowns. So obviously the ground game was clicking. Jake Bobo, their top receiver, he didn't have the best day, but he still had a pretty solid, productive day. 7 receptions for 88 yards. They've lost the season opener now 3 years in a row. Cutcliffe looked to be turning the Blue Devils around. It definitely does not look like that anymore. It has whipped on a dime for Cutcliffe. This Duke team does not look good at the present moment. But to be fair, in 2019, these two teams have played before. This is the only game they've played against, but Duke is 1-0 against them. It was in Duke, by the way, and they won 49-13. So, again, this is a North Carolina A&T team that's struggling, coming off of a loss to Furman. Obviously, you would like to hold this game close if you're North Carolina A&T, but this is Duke. I mean, this is Duke we're talking about. This is a really good football team. They really are. Actually, never mind. I normally go into like a little bit of a stupor and I say good, really good. Duke's not a good football team. At the present moment, they're bad. Their offense is really good. Gunnar Holmberg looked phenomenal. Mateo Durant obviously is awesome. Their defense needs some serious work, which if you're looking for North Carolina A&T, get that run game back on the ground. That might work in this game. But Duke is a Power 5 team, and it's just the fact is North Carolina A&T is not even going to come close to that. Like, the only times you can really bet on an FCS team to beat an FBS team is if it's, like, one of the worst Power 5 teams and one of the best FCS teams. The fact is North Carolina A&T is not one of the best FBS teams, and whether Duke has a good season or not, they are nowhere near as bad as Vanderbilt or Kansas ever is. So, I mean, Duke's not good, and I don't think they're going to be good this year, but the fact is Duke's a better team at the present moment than North Carolina A&T, and a lot better team. Anyway, give me Duke to cover and win this game.